Hello, good afternoon. How have you
Very good
been?
afternoon. Please
So,
raise your voice a little bit.
okay.
You
Wait.
speak slow. I
Oh,
mean,
okay,
not
okay, no
loudly.
worry.
Yeah.
So tell me, how was your morning?
My morning, as usual, very hectic. Being a
Okay.
housewife, we have a lot of on my plate, you can say.
So you are a housewife?
Yeah.
Okay, I think no one is going to measure you and I think observe you. You don't look like housewife. Some people they can,
Okay.
yeah, people they can observe like a girl, not a housewife. Okay,
Okay.
so as we both are meeting for the first time, so can we introduce ourselves?
Okay.
So go on.
So my name is Deepika. I'm
Yeah.
I'm from Haryana, and I hold master's degree in commerce. Previously, I worked as a teacher, but currently I'm a homemaker. Alongside managing my home and kids, I also run my small YouTube channel, English with Deepika, where I'm share I share a solo video, sometimes conversation video. Okay. And if I
Okay.
talk about my hobbies, so nowadays I'm passionate about this language, and that's why I'm learning English language and working on my English speaking and you can say communication skills too. Okay. And
Okay.
apart from that, I also love to talk different personality. So that's why nowadays I'm connecting with the different persons for my
Oh,
conversation. So that's a
okay.
little bit
Sounds
about
good.
me.
Okay, sounds great. So shall I start my introductory part?
Yeah, sure,
Okay, so my name is
definitely.
Sarshmita. I'm from UP, district Gajipur area, and I have done my bachelor's degree in science. And right now I'm learning this language. I'm pursuing this language. I'm not going to do any post graduation because I love to do that. I don't want to do any post graduation, so I made up my mind completely. Yeah, so I dropped my idea to do that. So yeah, if I talk about my hobby, so I love reading books, watching English movie, and writing story. It's my hobby. And regarding my goals, so I love to become a good speaker and get a good job in IT sector. Currently, I'm not pursuing any IT sector, but I have some plans to do in the future. So I'm just focusing, my complete focus is on learning English. Yeah, that's all about me. Yeah, so I think
That's
we should. Do you have any topics, or we should go with the flow?
actually I don't have any topic in my mind, so we can go with on flow.
Okay, so I think we should move on to this topic. Okay, tell me, when did you start your YouTube journey first?
Okay, YouTube journey. I
Yeah.
started my YouTube journey. You can say 6 to 7 months back. Yeah,
Okay, it's been 6 and 7 months, right? So,
yeah.
tell me, and your speaking journey, when did you start?
Okay, and I started my English speaking journey 8 month ago. Okay,
Okay,
because after 1 month when I started my speaking English speaking journey, then I started my YouTube channel after 1 month. So yeah, I started my you can say my English speaking journey around a 7 month back.
okay, so I think it's been 6 and 7 months you learned English,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so
Right.
what kind of challenges you faced while learning this language, while learning this
Okay.
skill?
Initially I face a lot challenges, a lot things, because at that time I was considering myself an introvert. Okay, so that's
Yeah,
why. So most of the time I just you can say I hesitate to speak with someone, okay, in front of someone. So,
yes,
and initially I started my practice with my mirror technique, sometimes talk to myself, sometimes recording, this kind of activities I did. Okay, and after that, when I started my YouTube channel, then slowly and gradually I was gathering my you can say confidence and courage to connect with different peoples.
yeah,
Then yeah, then I started before that I also practiced with ChatGPT. Okay, because
okay,
you can say my communication skills not was not good at that time. So yeah, I
yeah.
practiced with AI tools. And apart from that, all the time I ask the question to myself. If someone asks to any question, then how to reply. So that's kind of practice I did. Then slowly and gradually I watch a lot conversational video.
Content.
Then I learned how to communicate with other person, how to ask the question and how to reply, and etc. Okay. Then after that
Okay.
I started to connect with different personality, and slowly and gradually I built this kind of confidence, and right now I'm here.
Okay, so as you mentioned, one thing like you started recording yourself. Did you do that every single day you have done? And still you are doing
Yeah.
that? Still, okay, still
Not
are you
now.
doing?
Actually,
Okay,
not
not now.
now. I'm consistent, but yeah, in the earlier, I did. You can say I took little. You can say small challenges, like a 7 day
Okay,
challenges, 5 day challenges. Then, actually, at the time, I made this like a task. This is the
yes.
task, and you perform every day. Okay, then I
Okay,
consistent with my this journey. And but now I'm not still I'm not doing this kind of activity, but sometime I felt now you are not you are not right now not able to elaborate, you can say articulate your thought in particular topic. Then I try to with this technique.
that's great. I think you told that you used to recording. So, what did you feel and what did you feel in your first recording in a camera? Because it happens when we
Yeah.
start recording, I think for the first time. So it's very difficult and it's very, we start feeling awkwardness. It's a kind of
Yes,
feeling
yes.
cringe, we can say that. So I
Yeah,
felt
I'm
in
totally
my
agree
first
with
recording.
you.
So how did you feel that when you were starting recording?
No, when I started to this kind of activity, so firstly, I took a lot of pause. You can say, firstly I record, then when I feel I'm stuck, then I quit. You can say stop my recording. So this kind of
Yeah.
I took a lot to you can say, a lot to time to record that video. Okay,
Okay,
but
okay. Okay,
after
could you 1 minute?
that
Could you
is
give me 1 minute? Could you 1 minute?
sure.
Okay. Okay, sorry for that. It was urgent call. So yeah, it was my compulsion to receive. Yeah, so go on. I was asking about when we started, recording for the first time. So we start feeling that it was very difficult at that moment, right?
Right.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
I remember that day when I recorded my first video. That I took you can say a long time to record only 5 minutes video. Okay, and that duration I took so many cuts. You can say I stopped my video, and then again I start to speak in
Yeah.
front of camera. Okay, spoke in front of camera. After recording that video, then
Yeah,
I saw that video it is not up to mark, you can say not good, did
it is not up to the mark.
not good at the time, but definitely I feel little bit confident, you know,
Yes.
because this is my first time. I never did this kind of before this thing before, so that's why I feel little bit confident. Then I started to continue this activity with a small challenges.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
happening, Uh, but in my first recording, when I recorded that video, that was the first video for me, and I was very shocked by watching my video. So I felt okay, that was not bad. No. I can record, I can upload on my shorts video. It will work for me. And yeah, I think it's been 4 and 5 months. I started recording and I'm still consistent on this activity. And that's very powerful tool for me because I believe it's been many months. But if I talk about my speaking time, so it's been 10 months, 10 months. And
Okay,
yeah, I
okay.
have come a long way. So kind of like the point, I'm gaining confident. I'm becoming confident day by day. That's why I'm trying to approach people through Gmail. And you know that already, if we start doing that, we can reduce our fear, what we have that. But some area we need to perfect, we need to be work upon this. Like I can't say that I'm like I have already gained confident levels, but I'm just overcoming day by day, and I'm just getting over, and that will happen, in the next month and yeah, next year. But I'm trying to do that. You know that already when we start talking with the famous YouTubers, some hesitation, and we start getting
Yeah,
okay, cold feet, because we are not
yeah,
experienced. We just started our journey, we initiated, and after seeing their appearance, after presence, after present them, so we start feeling nervous and many questions like it's going in our around in our head, but we are not showing in front of them.
yeah.
No, and that's a very like cringe kind of thing, and it's very weird. But still, we are taking step, and we are just trying to be like we are pretending ourselves in front of them, and that is the biggest achievement what you were afraid at that time and you are doing right now. So it's kind of we are
Yeah.
living in the dream because we wanted to do in our uh in our past days, but we like didn't aware of that and we were not doing, and that's the kind of satisfaction we are getting and we are doing. And this is the key of success if we maintain our consistency day by day. So yeah,
Definitely.
yeah, I truly count on these activities.
Okay,
Yeah,
so can I ask a question? What about
definitely.
your English journey? I mean, how long have you been learning this language?
Yeah, so as I mentioned you already, it's been 10 months. But to be genuine,
Okay.
so earlier, yeah, if I count days, except speaking, so it's been 2, 3 years, but I was not speaking at that time, at that period of time. I
Mhm.
think in 2022, I was just focusing on grammar, tenses, because I was not good enough on these sentences. So I started working on this. And I used to make sentences or working on their vocabulary, idioms. I was just noting down, I was just trying to recall everything. Yeah, but it worked me. But yeah, it took me long time to transform this activity speaking. But I skipped. I was not consistent because I didn't aware of these things. Maybe one day I will speak in English in this platform, YouTube. But one day after graduation, after doing my graduation, I start thinking about my career and my next step, what I'm going to do that, what my career. So I just thought about English Institute in my village. So I was finding, but I didn't get, that already in village we can't find any partner to speak with them. But somehow I
Mhm.
got one institute, but there was no like people who was speaking there. But that all teacher were teaching grammatical things. But I wanted to get over my fear. Yeah, but I was the only one girl who was very consistent about vocabulary, everything at all. So my teacher pushed me forward that you need to work upon your things so you can speak, you can find some application and to speak yourself first and try to mirror practice and record yourself. So I started doing that, and that was motivation for me, and I got inspiration. I got inspired by them, like inspired by them, and that was very trigger point for me, and I started my journey with them. And yeah, I think
Nice.
first conversation with the CV application, and I think since January, if I count speaking January, it's been 10 months, completely 10 months. I started my journey 1st January 2025, and yeah, I was using CV application, and I have been used for 7 months. After that, I got a lot of friends from there, and we are still in touch. We are talking every single day. So that's a kind of satisfaction. I'm improving. I'm getting improvement day by day. Yeah, and I feel, and I'm contentment. No, I don't have any regretment of these things. And yeah, I feel that okay, I'm not going to post graduation. This is my career. I have to nurture myself in front in these things. So that, yeah,
Nice. It's nice.
yeah. So,
Okay, great.
okay, so how many session do you take in a day?
In a day. Actually, nowadays I'm not consistent with my session, you can say, because you already know wedding season is going on, and in my house, you can say, I'm married. Wedding around the corner, so we are just you can say preparing for the wedding. Okay, so
Yes.
that's why. And but earlier I try to took session every day, at least one session every day. Okay,
Yeah,
but
that's
day
effective.
after.
You know,
Yes,
that's
yes, yes.
very impactful.
But initially when I started to connect with different people, sometime I took 3 sessions, sometime I took 4 sessions. Okay, but some people suggested me, uh, if you took a lot of session in a day,
In a
so
day.
maybe you don't you so
Yeah,
so you didn't have a much time to work on yourself. Okay,
yeah.
since slowly and gradually I I less my, you can say, time on the conversation, I shift to my on my where I'm lacking, I felt where I'm lacking, then I give my devote my time on that place. So that's
Yeah.
why I'm taking only one session in a day nowadays.
Yes, I felt like you said that because it was very busy. When you start talking a lot of people in a day, so you can't take time, you can't take out time for your study, for your self-study. That is I think, a great thing. And if you know that it's not going to help you, it's helping, it's improving. But on the other side, you need to work upon yourself, like grammar and vocabulary, watching, reading. That's the important part. We can't even miss out. So earlier, like when I started, the same thing I have done. I started talking with the people. So four conversation and three, four conversation I took. But one day I realized, no, I feel, I get frustrated. And I feel that I don't need that much conversation in a day. At least we can talk with the two people, and it's enough because I have already lots of friends, and yeah, and it's my compulsory to talk to them. I can't miss them. Yeah, so I think it's if I count them, so if I count the timing, so 4 hours it's happening, like I'm spending with them. So yeah, I thought, no, I'm not trying to connect with the for lot of people and many YouTuber. That's very frustrated. I need to reduce.
Yeah, because
That's why I schedule.
only conversation
Yeah.
session is not enough for your learning. Okay, apart from that, you have to put some extra efforts to
Yes.
learn about this language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Right.
So tell me
So
about
yeah.
your what's kind of activity nowadays you are following for improving your English.
Yes. Great question. Yeah, I do. First, what I do that I start my studying 8 a.m. and it's my like compulsory for me. I do record my video. I just open the camera and I start recording for like my shorts video. If I talk about vocabulary, idiom, so I do that. And after some moment, I try to record my long video. That's very important. If I don't try to record for long, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, that's not working for me. So I feel that, if I do not these activity, if I'm not trying to do these activities, so I feel okay, something I messed up. So I do, and that is biggest achievement. And nowadays I'm feeling okay. That's a great. That's why I'm here because I'm working upon myself. And the second thing, I try to read books, not in any specific book, whatever I have in my mobile phone. So I try to find it and just read it. And yeah, I have some habits to do writing and journalizing, and I'm very consistent on these, like reading, writing, recording and yeah, many. If I talk about vocabulary and checking on grammar, grammatical. things, whatever I'm writing in my diary. So I'm using one website, Quillboard, you know that already. So it's a grammar correction tool I'm using. So many things like watching. I watch my same podcast, my same clip, what I have already kept in my playlist, in my queue line. So I think this is the helpful. If I try to rewatch the same video on a loop, you know, I don't try to jump on the other and new video. And I think I'm not watching any conversational video. If I talk about Sunita ma'am, Rajni ma'am, I have also a channel and I've been following for so long time. So I feel that I do not need to follow any other
Yeah.
platform because you can't focus everything.
Yeah.
No.
If
So
you're
I
a beginner,
decided,
that
yeah,
yeah, if you are a beginner, that's good for watching this kind of video. But after some time, you also realize that now you have to move on a different kind of things. So
yes,
that's
yes,
why.
yeah, it's happened.
And yeah, and I hear glad to hear that you can say cover everything like listening, watching, and speaking, reading, writing, everything you already covered. So actually nowadays I also want to build my writing
Yeah.
habit. So can you please tell me about your writing? What you write in
Okay.
your journal? Which kind of I mean content
Yeah.
do you write?
Yeah, a great thing. Whatever I have in my head, like right now I'm just talking to you and what kind of topic I discussed. So the same topic I just write down in my diary, like what I have done in my routine and what I'm going to do that and what's my plan, what's my next plan. So I just writing in my diary, whatever like suppose that I'm just talking with my friend and what they did in their whole life and I can imagine earlier when we were talking each other when we were gossiping and we can create images in our head and you can narrate in your own story and that will help you. And I think I have been following for so long time, 6 and 7 months. It has been completed, and I have seen changed. What I changed, like earlier, I was not able to write down for I was able, but not too fast, not quickly. I was not able to do that. But when I started doing it a little bit every single moment, I felt okay. I don't need to think that much. Whenever I just put my pen and start writing, so the thoughts it's coming out, like it's coming out naturally. No, so I don't need to think about, but I can create image and the story. Story I also write like kingdom story, queen story, king story. Yeah, I'm creating sometime. Like suppose that if once upon a time there was a king and they would love to, talk each other. Yeah, you can create. When you start writing, so the thoughts and image just start coming, in our head. So you don't need to
Yeah.
think about. You can also write about your
Many
whole
times
life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
many time I try to build this kind of this habit, writing habit, but most of I heard about it. If you want to start writing something, then you
Yeah.
can start with your daily routine. And whenever I start with my daily routine, like a boring for me. And you can say every day, how can I write same thing every day?
Yes,
So that's not possible for me. So that's why I want
definitely.
to try something new, like you suggest story and all, but I'm not consistent. Still I'm
Yeah,
not consistent.
like you have a lot of content to write down in your diary, but the problem is we are not able to find. No, we are not able to see what's kind of topic and what's kind of content we have in our head, but we are not observing. When you start observing carefully, so you can see
Mhm.
lots of topics here, and we are just blaming excuses. No, that's the kind of like we are making excuse. But when I started writing, so yeah, there is one example I think I jotted or recently I jotted. So what I have done, like what I have done in my night, like what kind of food I was preparing. So what I did that, I just wrote down. I went to the kitchen and I took one pan and I put that pan on the stove. And after that, I took out some eggs from the plastic. And yeah, I boiled and I just I kept on the stove for some while for boiling. So yeah, like you can see, this is easy. No, it's easy. When you start
Yeah,
doing every single day, so it will become easier day by day. I failed, and nowadays wow, I'm so like confident in writing. I don't like I'm not taking time to write on something, and in 5 minutes I can write 2 pages. And that's very. It
right.
depends on the consistency. I failed.
Yeah,
So that's why people they are saying consistency is the key to succeed your life. No. So I think you
yeah.
start doing
So
that.
what about your reading part?
Reading.
Do you love
So
reading?
I love reading, but I don't like to dig deeper. I don't want to dig deeper, like meaning and what the moral, of the story, and what was the like meaning. What is the meaning of that story? Like what they wanted to say in that thing. So I don't like to understand all things. I just love to read loudly, and I do every day. And it's been a long time. I think 2, 3 years I have been reading. No, every single day I do, and whatever I have in my like WhatsApp group, and already I have downloaded one application, and that's Reflect to Storybook. You can also download in your like playlist. So I try to read one chapter, if not chapter, one page every single day. It's a kind of short story. It takes only 10 minutes. So I do, and that
Mhm.
will help you a lot. Don't I don't need to dig deeper what they are telling. I don't like. I can understand what they wanted to do that, but I'm not focusing that much because I don't like that. Yeah, I just want to read
Okay.
loudly. It will affect my fluency and my speaking. Yeah, that's helping a
Mhm.
lot. Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
So,
So
if you if you have you ever feel like that you need to do shadowing practice?
yes, recently I talked with Rajni ma'am also. I asked
Mhm.
uh, like if I want to do shadowing, so what's kind of like a clip I watch. So she suggested it's very important and it's very fruitful if you start shadowing. But I didn't do that. I did only 2 times. It's very hard for me because I'm not trained. I'm not like acquainted by those things. And recently I started doing that, and I did for 2 times with same clips. But it was very frustrated for me because I don't have any experience of this, but I'm planning. I have to do. Definitely, that will help me a lot. So, do you know what is the area of shadowing? Like, if you want to do shadowing and you are doing shadowing, so what's kind of benefit you are getting after doing shadowing?
Same here. It shadowing is like a you get tedious task for me. I also tried many times to do this kind of activity. Okay, but I you can say it's not my cup of tea. Many times I tried. You can say I'm not. You can say for actually it needs a patience first.
Yes,
Okay,
yeah,
firstly you listen carefully and try to imitate that person. So it needs patience for it. Okay, and I tried many times to you can say short clips
yes,
to imitate that person, and but I feel I did 1 or 2 days and I give up, you can say. But
yeah,
I think it have a lot benefits, you know, because in when I started to I mean shadowing, so then I realized when you start with the imitate someone, then then you learn how to raise your voice and how to like intonation, I meant to say that how to create intonation.
yeah,
Because suppose that in your mother tongue, okay, whenever we express ourselves, okay, then we use the voice modulation. Okay,
yeah,
sometimes we express our anger, sometimes we express our excitement. Okay, in so the same thing apply on the shadowing practice. If you do this kind of practice, you also learn how to express your feelings with
yeah,
expressions actually. Okay,
definitely.
otherwise sometimes I also feel you are just reading a book. in case if you're not doing this kind of things like a voice modulation, like a pause and everything, then you also feel from your inside you are just reading a book. So maybe it's not, maybe actually it's, I believe that it have a lot of, you can say, benefits it has. Yeah.
Yeah, certainly, like you said that if you are doing to do shadowing practice, so you have to emulate them. You have to
Mm.
copy their action, their emotion, everything, the tone, the pace,
Yes,
everything we need to simulate over time, and then we can get it. It's a kind of very tedious task for me when I was doing 2 times. I have done 2 days only, and after that,
yes,
I didn't try to get involved, but I'm just contemplating on this activity. Two things I need to improvement, and every day I'm planning, but I'm not able to do that. And the two things it's very important for me. I'm just contemplating, like describing picture and do shadowing practice. Two things it's only missing in my practice. But if I talk about everything I have done and I'm doing, and I'm very consistent on this activity. But we need to work upon describing picture, and you know that already. Like if you are going to describe all of a sudden a person just give you a story, a picture, and they just say you just describe that one. So it's very taxing, it's very daunting. How can we do that? Because we are not trained and we didn't even try before. So how? So that's why I try to describe picture. Earlier I used to do, I think 10 days and 15 days we have done I have done with my friends, but we stopped, and I feel we need to start again. That will support me in my fluency level as well.
definitely.
Yeah, so
Definitely. Actually, I also did this kind of activity like picture description, storytelling. I also did
okay.
like around 10 to 15 days. After that, I also quit. Okay. But after some time, I think we need to upgrade, if we are not consistent with any activity, so we can try to. I mean to say that after 15 days, after 15 days, you are also, you can also start that
Yes.
activity, because sometimes we also feeling so like overwhelmed when
Yeah.
we, because in that area we are all the time we pressurize to ourselves to do extra activity. Okay, so everything is not gives happiness. So that's why we need to pressurize to yourself, and then we are quit, then we are again we realize no, you need to do again these things, so we are again start.
Definitely. Yes, and
Yeah,
I think it it's all I think it depends on the practice, and it's all about practice. No, if we are consistent, so definitely we are going to achieve that thing, what we are suffering, what we are struggling on these activity in order to get something, right? So we need to practice a lot,
right.
otherwise we can't get it extraordinary thing in our
Yeah,
life.
definitely.
So I think our meeting is going to end in 2 minutes. We have 2 minutes only. So do you have any question
Definitely.
to ask me? And then we will wrap it up.
No, not now, because you
Okay,
already describe everything about yourself. So maybe, but yeah, I really enjoyed that session, and enjoyed that session, and I will try to again connect with you.
definitely. And I would love to connect with you because, like, we feel we are not, like, I'm not feeling that we are meeting for the first time, and that's was commendable for me. No, I hope we are meeting again in our next day.
Sure, definitely.
Okay, for now,
Okay.
we have to leave. Bye bye. Take care.
Bye.
Have a
Take care of
great day.
you.
Bye bye.
Bye.